How does flash duration affect flash sync speed? Have you ever wondered how the duration of a flash impacts the speed at which your camera can sync with it? This is an important topic for anyone interested in flash photography. Let's break it down. Flash sync speed is the fastest shutter speed that allows your camera to work with a flash. This speed is determined by how the camera's shutter mechanism operates. When you press the shutter button, the first curtain opens, and after a brief moment, the second curtain starts to close. The sync speed is the point where the sensor is fully exposed before the second curtain begins to close. Now, flash duration is how long the flash emits light during a single burst. Typically, this duration is very short, often much shorter than the shutter speed. The relationship between flash duration and sync speed is vital. The flash must fire its burst while the sensor is fully open to avoid uneven exposure. If the flash duration exceeds the time the shutter curtains are fully open, part of the sensor will be covered by the closing curtain. This leads to uneven lighting or dark bands in your image. Let's look at practical examples. A shorter flash duration allows the flash to emit light in a very brief moment. This can fit perfectly within the camera's sync speed window. As a result, you can achieve sharper images and cleaner exposure at the maximum sync speed. On the other hand, a longer flash duration may require you to use a slower shutter speed. This means you will need to go below the camera's maximum sync speed to ensure the sensor is fully exposed for the entire flash burst. If you do not, you may end up with uneven lighting in your photos. High-speed sync modes can help with this issue. They allow the flash to fire multiple lower power pulses during the shutter's travel. This means you can use flash at shutter speeds faster than the normal sync speed. However, this comes at the cost of reduced flash power and a shorter effective flash duration. In essence, flash duration directly affects flash sync speed. The flash burst must fit entirely within the time the sensor is open. If the flash duration is too long compared to the shutter's exposure window, it limits the maximum shutter speed you can use without causing exposure issues. Photographers need to find a balance between flash duration and sync speed to achieve well-lit images, especially when trying to freeze motion or work with fast shutter speeds.